It's an amazing morning, excuse me, and good morning um, good morning, dear listener, and thank you for tuning in as always. I trust that you had a great night, and I trust that you're doing well. Before I continue, I would like to say that if this, if you've listened to previous editions of this of the of Morning Charge with Simon Matthew and it has impacted you in any way, please let me know. And you can do that through the email limitlessradiotv at gmail.com. Limitlessradiotv at gmail.com. Feel free to also ask your questions, ask questions if there are any. And also feel free to also send in your feedbacks and all of that. And I'm also available for one-on-one consultation as well. So just you can book a session using the same email. Just book a session. As soon as get your email, I will respond to you. All right. Today we're going to be talking about having the end in mind. I stumbled on an article written by Edirin Edewo, one of the persons that I follow online, and I also learn I learned a lot of things from her because she's been of high of value to me as a person because of the kinds of content, valuable contents that she puts up. And you can also feel free to follow her also on Facebook. On Facebook, she's Edirin Edewo on Facebook. All right. And she said something about, I think in this particular article, she was talking about how to build and grow how to build and grow audience, especially when you are building your Facebook group, how to build and grow it. And she highlighted in that article that the problem with most people, the reason why most people don't experience the kind of growth they ought to experience is because they are not building with the end in mind. They are not building with the end in mind. And that's the reason why because of that, they overlook so many things. They overlook so many things, and those things eventually come to affect them. So the question I have for you is that particular business that you're building, are you building with end in mind? Are you building with the end in mind? Now you may then want to ask, what does it mean? What does it mean to build with the end in mind? What it simply means to build with the end in mind is for you to have a foresight. Where do you see this particular the particular business or the whatever it is you're building? Where do you see them at least? Where do you see it at least 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years from now? And it requires foresight. It requires foresight. So where do you see yourself years from now? What are you doing towards um, what are you doing towards the future? What are the possible challenges that you may likely face? And what have you put in place to be able to overcome those challenges? These are some of the things that requires you um, building with the end in mind. And so it's important that you are aware of all of this, as that will help you build something that would be lasting, as that will help you take informed decisions, as that would also help you as that would also help you um, grow whatever it is that you have intentionally. So whatever it is that you do, whatever decisions that you make, have the end in mind. Have the end in mind. Have foresight. Do some level of forecasting. Forecast issues that may likely happen. Forecast solutions that may come up, that you might actually use to address the problem, and all of that. And as you do this, you'll be able to build something that is lasting, something that will stand the test of time, and something you can also hand over as a legacy to generations to come. That's the size of this episode. Till I come your way again, I urge you to keep living the limitless life. And whatever you do, don't forget to always have the end in mind. God bless you and have a fruitful day ahead.